Well, good morning. Welcome. Thanks for joining me for practice today. So, bring yourself into a comfortable seated position. You might be sitting cross legged, similar to how I'm sitting. You could be sitting in another way if you prefer. But just take a moment to come into an upright position for your torso. Let your eyes close and then start to notice how you're feeling today. So, there might be certain parts of your body that are talking to you, either from activities from previous days, or maybe there's injuries that you are working with. But take a moment to check in and notice how you really feel today. So, this practice should be an opportunity to notice how you're feeling. And then expanding beyond what physical sensations might be present, notice what thoughts and emotions are present for you. Notice if you feel generally cool or warm. And then we'll guide our palms together in front of the heart. Interlace the fingers, press the palms forward and up. Start to reach up through one hand and up through the other side, left and right a few times as you gently tug on the fingers, reaching up through one arm and then the other. All right, let your hands separate, take them behind your back. Interlace the fingers there, squeeze the shoulder blades together, open up across your chest, and begin to turn the head from side to side. And then reach your chin up and drop it down. Again, lifting up and dropping down. Once more, lifting and dropping. All right, bring your head back up to center and release your arms. And then we'll take the right leg out at an angle. So left leg still folded in if you were sitting cross-legged, but now right leg out at an angle. And then just start to walk your right hand down your right leg until you start to feel a pull in the back of your right leg. A little bit of a stretch. And then take the left hand to the left shoulder and then start to rotate so your elbow draws a big circle in space. All right, change directions, same arm, opposite way. All right, and then take the left arm up alongside your head, reaching with your left hand, squeeze and release the fingers, as well as rotate through the wrist a few times each way. All right, and then inhale, lift up. And exhale, take that left hand towards the floor behind you, right hand over to the left knee, and then inhale, lift tall. As you exhale, twist to the left so your left shoulder moves back and then your head turns to look back. And then turn just the head back over to the right. So the rest of you stays twisted to the left. And then just keep turning the head side to side as you breathe. Exploring your comfortable range of motion. So not going into pain, but just noticing what sensation arises as you move your head in this way. Another breath or two. And then gently release back to center. All right, second side. So take your left leg out, fold your right leg in. We'll start with that side bend. So walk your left hand down your left leg just enough to feel a bit of a stretch in the back of your straightened leg. And then right hand comes to right shoulder and start to rotate. Let the circle be nice and big so that you feel sensation perhaps on all sides of that right shoulder. up into the neck, into the back, the chest. All right, and then change directions. Same arm, opposite way. All right, and then take your right arm up alongside your head. Reaching with the right hand, squeeze and release the fingers. And then rotate through your wrist a few times each way. All right, and then inhale, lift up. Exhale, right hand to the floor behind you, left hand over to the right knee. Inhale, lift tall. And exhale and twist toward the right. Turn the head to look back. And then turn just the head back over toward the left. And keep turning the head side to side, moving at a speed that feels good for your body, as well as moving within your comfortable range of motion. So again, not moving into anything that hurts, but just exploring what's possible. All right, take another breath or two. And then unravel back to center. All right, so now we'll shift onto hands and knees. So as you bring yourself onto hands and knees, we'll just start with the knees together and then the hands underneath the shoulders. All right, lift your left knee up and out to the side and then start to rotate through your hip. So let that left knee draw a big circle in space. Try to keep your arms straight and your torso relatively still. Of course, it's going to move some, but try to localize the movement into your left hip as much as you can. After a few circles in one direction, then change directions, go the opposite way. All right, with your next inhale, reach the left leg back. Exhale, left knee into the chest, around the back. Again, inhale, left leg back. Exhale, knee into the chest. One more like that, inhale back. And exhale, knee into the chest. All right, as you take your left leg back this time, cross it over the right leg, drop the toes. You might spin your fingers out here to ease the pressure on your wrists, and then curve your spine to the right. So you're peeking back at your left foot, sensing all the way up the left side of the body. All right, bring your torso back to neutral, and then we'll step the left foot forward to the left hand. Now, if you have difficulty stepping one foot forward with both hands down, you can always get the same side hand out of the way before you step that foot forward. So just get the arm out of the way and step forward. All right, so lifting up, left knee over the ankle, right hand across to the left knee, and then left hand goes forward and up and back and down. Rotating through your left shoulder, spread the fingers wide apart. All right, one more full circle. All right, take the hands to the floor, step forward. Come into your forward fold. Feet about hip distance apart or maybe a little bit wider. You can let your arms rest wherever they're comfortable, so you might grab your ankles, you might grab hold of your elbows, you might hug the legs with your arms. You might take blocks, if you have blocks, to elongate your arms so that your hands have something to rest on if they're not very close to the floor. All right, release the weight of your head. Shake it gently, yes and no. Let the muscles of your face droop a little bit. Take another 3 breaths. All right, with your next inhale, rise all the way to stand. Go as slowly as you need to. Sweep your arms out and up. Join the palms above the head and exhale your hands to your heart. Take another breath in, reach up. Exhale, fold forward, bend your knees. Take the hands to the floor or blocks. Walk your feet back. We'll come into downward facing dog. So hips up in the air. Start to pedal out the feet. Drop one heel, opposite knee bends. Switch back and forth a couple times. All right, inhale to your knees. And exhale, sit back toward your feet, coming into child's pose. As always, when you come into child's pose, your knees can be either close together or you can take some space between your knees. Give your torso a little bit more room to expand as you breathe. All right, one more full breath. All right, bring yourself back up onto hands and knees. We'll do the second side, so knees come back together. This time, right knee, lift it up and out to the side, and then start to rotate through your hip. Couple. And a couple times the opposite way. All right, now the next time that you breathe in, reach the right foot back. Exhale, right knee into the chest, around the back. Again, inhale, right leg back. Exhale, knee into the chest. And one more, breathing in. And breathing out. Right leg back this time. Cross the left leg, drop the toes. Again, you might spin the fingers out here for wrist comfort. And then curve the spine to the left, peeking back at all the way up the right side of the body. Couple deep breaths. All right, again, bring your torso back to neutral. We'll step that right foot forward. And remember, if it's difficult to step, you can just move that right hand out of the way as you step your left foot forward or your right foot forward. All right, then lifting up. Take the left hand to the right knee. Sweep the right hand forward and up and back and down. Shoulders, spread the fingers wide apart. All right, one more full circle. All right, then once again, both hands to the floor, step forward. Release the weight of the head. All right, again, inhale all the way up to stand. Sweep the arms out and up. Join the palms above the head. And exhale your hands to your heart. All right, so we'll turn and step wide on the mat. Step the feet wide, and then turn the right toes out towards the short edge of the mat. And then turn your left toes in, heel slightly out. We'll take the arms over the legs. And then as you inhale, reach your arms up. As you exhale, bend your right knee and take your arms over your legs. We'll do that twice more. Inhale, reach up, straighten your leg. Exhale, bend and reach. All right, one more, breathing in. And breathing out. All right, now keep your right knee bent. Inhale as you lean back toward your left leg and take the right arm up. So you're leaning back towards that left leg. Now as you exhale, take that right forearm down to your thigh and your left arm up alongside your head. We'll do that a few times. Inhale up. Exhale, shift forward. All right, one more, breathing in. And breathing out. Now pause here in side angle pose. You can look down towards your right foot, or you might look up beyond your upper arm, depending on how steady you feel. And take 3 breaths. All right, inhale, lift up, straighten the right leg. And exhale, release your arm. All right, so we'll do the other side. So switch your feet. Left toes turn all the way out toward the edge. Right slightly in. Again, take your arms out over your legs. Inhale, reach up. Exhale as you bend your left knee. Take the arms over the legs. Again, inhale, reach up. Exhale, reach out. Or inhale, reach. Left knee bent. Inhale, lean back toward the right leg. Take the left arm up. And then exhale, left forearm to thigh, right arm towards your head. Twice more like that. Inhale, up and back. Exhale, shift forward. And one more, breathing in. And breathing out. And again, pause in your side angle pose. 3 rounds of breath. All right, inhale, lift up. And exhale, release. We'll step near the back of the mat. As you inhale, press your hips back. Take the arms up, finding your chair pose. As you exhale, just release the arms down and reach them back in space. Inhale, arms go forward and up. This time, exhale, bend the elbows out to the sides and squeeze the shoulder blades together. All right, inhale, reach the arms up, straighten the legs. And exhale, release the arms. We'll do that again. Inhale, chair pose, hips back, arms up. Exhale, release the arms down and back. Inhale the arms forward and up. Exhale, bend the elbows out to the sides. Squeeze the shoulder blades together. Inhale, reach the arms up, straighten your legs. Exhale, release the arms. We'll do that one more time. Inhale to chair. Exhale the arms down and back. Inhale the arms forward and up. Exhale, elbows out to the sides. Squeeze the shoulders together. Inhale, reach up, straighten your legs. Now this time, exhale, fold forward. Bend your knees. Walk your facing dog. Hips up into the air. Again, lift and lower the heels. And then come to a seated position, your legs going forward. And then we'll cross the left ankle over the right thigh. So left knee is dropped out to the side, and you have your left ankle over your right thigh, so just above the knee. And then lean back into your hands. Hop your right foot in so that you can start to feel a stretch in your outer left thigh and hip. Left knee presses away from your chest as your left foot moves toward your chest. Now, if you have plenty of sensation already, just stay doing whatever you're doing. If you don't feel very much in your hip, you can start to press your chest forward as well, bringing your spine a little bit more towards neutral rather than kind of sagging back. Either way, take 3 breaths. Third breath, let that right leg reach. Now take this right foot to the outside of your right leg, and then right hand connects with the left leg. Left hand towards the floor behind you. Inhale, lift tall. And exhale and twist toward your left. So you're looking back towards the space behind you. Over towards the right. Again, back over to the left. Just let your head continuously and slowly turn side to side. All right, take one more breath. And then unravel. Coming back to center, we'll switch the legs. So straighten out that left leg. Cross your right ankle over your left thigh, so just above the knee. Lean back into your hands. Hop your left foot in. Start to press that right knee away from your chest as your right foot is moving toward your chest. Again, if your torso is kind of hanging back, but you feel enough sensation in your right hip, that's fine to stay there. If you need more sensation, start to lift your chest and move your low belly and your low back forward. All right, take 3 rounds of breath. Then after your third breath, straighten out. Cross the right foot all the way over, comes to the floor. Left arm connects with the right leg. Right hand towards the floor behind you. Inhale, lift tall. And exhale and twist to the right. Turn the head to look back. And then turn the head to look back over toward the left. And again, just let the head continuously and slowly turn side to side. All right, take one more breath. And then unravel back to center. All right, let your legs uncross. Come down onto your back. And just make yourself comfy on your back. So you might be laying totally flat. You might have your knees bent with your feet resting on the floor. If you have a bolster similar to the end of my mat here, feel free to put that support underneath your knees. I like to take the feet wide and drop the knees in toward each other. And just give yourself a moment to check back in. So at the very beginning of the class, we checked in with how we're feeling today. So notice if anything has shifted for you. If any part of the body is moving a little better now, notice where your attention is. How does it feel to breathe? And so we'll conclude our practice today with square breathing. So if you think of the shape of a square having 4 equal sides, the breath cycle, the 4 parts of the breath cycle all have the same length. So we're going to count to 4, although you could count to any number that you want, such that all 4 parts of it are the same length. So the next time that you breathe into the count of 4. Then hold your breath in for 4. Exhale for 4. And then don't breathe for 4. Again, inhale for 4. Hold it. Exhale. And don't breathe. All right, keep going at your own speed. Again, that's inhaling to 4, hold for 4, exhale for 4, and hold for 4. So after your next exhale, release the control of your breath. Release the counting of your breath so that your body once again regulates the speed and the volume with which you breathe. All right, when you feel ready, go ahead and roll to one side. Pause there for a moment, a breath or two. And then when you feel ready, press yourself up, coming back into a seat. And so as you come back into your seat, we'll bring our palms together, signifying that we are bowing to the light within each other. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Peace, peace, peace. May we know peace. Thank you again for joining me today. See you next week. Bye-bye.